Hola, buenas tardes, and welcome back to Mexico City. Today is Tuesday afternoon. It's pretty much an average, normal Tuesday afternoon for me. I've been teaching English all weekend, earning some money, which is fantastic. And now I'm out and about, walking to somewhere. Hello. Which I'll tell you about in a second. So yeah, it's quite grim today, quite murky, quite cloudy. I must admit, since I've been back here, it's been the weather hasn't been great, but that's life. So today I'm heading down to Parque Delta, which is a big shopping mall close to Centro Medico. There's a car almost riding on the pavement. Yeah, because I need to do some shopping, basically, because it turns out when you go to Colombia, I didn't know this, that washing machines eat your socks. I literally have no pairs of socks left. It's not good. But the main purpose of this video is to tell you briefly to give you an explanation of my new channel name, the TAO of David. So I need a Starbucks or something, an iced coffee. This video isn't sponsored by Starbucks, by the way, and then I'll tell you about that. Okay, let's go. Oh, my hair. Okay, I just want to point something out while I'm on the way there. I used to live just down the road. I'm in Navarte. This is the first place I stayed at, if you remember, when I got here the last time. But I want to point that out, the smart parking thing. If anyone thinks that Mexico City or Mexico in general isn't an advanced country, I've never seen them in London. You know, I've seen them in Japan as well, but I might be wrong. They might be in London. I haven't been there for like 2 years. So, you know, it's just an example of the fact that, you know, people think Mexico is like a third world country or something. It's not. Actually, it's significantly more advanced than many cities in the world, trust me. Right, I'm almost there. Right, here we are, Parque Delta. I found Starbucks. Wonderful. There is also Moshi Moshi. There's a cheesecake factory. There is crepes and waffles. So lots of places to eat. In there is like the shopping bit. So it's time for a Starbucks. Cheers everyone. Ice mocha. Yes, this video is not sponsored by Starbucks. I'm covering it up. I haven't had an ice mocha since I was in Mexico the last time. Yeah. Starbucks not particularly abundant in Colombia, and indeed Cuba, obviously not. Yeah, it's a bit loud in here. I think I might go outside to talk because the music's in the background, but I'm relaxing right now. I'm chilling. I'm back home in Mexico. Yay! Amazing. Okay, I'm shopping now. I just accidentally went into Zara and saw this amazing red jacket for basically 1,000 pesos, which is quite ironic and hilarious considering if you saw my live stream recently, I gave 2 of my old leather jackets to my friend Leo in Medellin. I haven't bought it yet, but I'm contemplating it. And I bought some socks. That has to be the most thrilling moment of my channel ever. So I'm going to talk about my channel name now. Let's find somewhere to sit down. Right, let's sit down and talk about the channel name. As before, I'd just like to point out this video is not sponsored by Oreo, even though it looks like it is. Oreo, if you want to sponsor my videos, you can do. Okay, so recently my channel name has changed from First World Traveller to the TAO of David. What the hell is this all about? I hear you cry. It might come as a bit of a surprise for some of you, but actually it's something that I've been thinking about for quite a while. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen me talking about it recently. So I'm going to tell you the story. So in the beginning, 2 years ago, I set up this channel very much as a thing for me, family, friends, as a way of documenting a 6-month trip. Yeah, 6 months, 2 years later, still doing it. Madness. And that was basically instead of just taking photos, because I wanted to do something different to look back on, things like that. In the beginning, I had quite a bit of money. I'm not going to lie, I just sold my flat in London, so you can imagine I had a decent amount, which basically funded the first year. And the thing, First World Traveller is a play on words with first world problems, okay? So you know the saying, you've probably seen videos or memes about it where people from privileged first world countries complain about trivial, stupid things that actually in the grander scheme of things mean nothing. And yeah, I was very arrogant, very cocky, unlikable, I think, when I look back at older videos, and I think it's good that I recognise that. And you probably think so too. Don't watch the old videos, they're really bad. One of the other things about that channel name is that as this channel's grown, it's got more of a global audience. I'm conscious that some people in some countries may not have the same humour or understanding of British sarcasm and irony. And many people have the misconception that what I'm actually saying by First World Traveller is making out that I'm this arrogant, cocky person from a first world country and that I'm better than everyone else. That is not the case, and it never has been. That's what I mean about the likability factor. So I think when viewers tune into this channel and they see First World Traveller, straight away they're put off by the fact they think that I'm this complete arsehole, which I'm not. I can be, but generally I'm quite nice. I hope you agree with me. But, you know, going forward, you know, I'm fast forward, I mean, in terms of 2 years later, I think I'm very different. And I'm going to put a comment from the last video, the Return to CDMX video, that someone said in terms of that I've changed a lot, and I'm really glad that people have noticed that. I've noticed that in myself. If you're a Mexican viewer and you haven't seen my videos that I did in Cuba, I strongly suggest that you watch them, because that was a time where I went through a bit of a change, emotionally, and especially how I saw travel, and in terms of appreciating and being more humble and respectful and understanding people, that people are different in different countries and people have different things in terms of the economy, what they have in terms of work, the amount they can earn, what they're able to do, and it really opened my eyes. And it's something that I guess I've always known that, you know, I'm not new to travel, but I think for a long time, because I'd been this first world traveller, it kind of went to the back of my head. And now that I'm very much in a place where I'm working in order to continue travelling, I live on a budget very much. I'm not skint, I'm not broke, I'm not brassic, you know, I'm reasonably comfortable with money right now. But at the same time, I will always be a budget traveller, you know, I'll be a budget backpacker for the rest of my life. And as a result of all that, Cuba, Colombia, everything that happened in Colombia, you know, living with someone from Venezuela who's had a very tough time, it really opened my eyes to a lot of things and reminded me a lot of things. And as a result, I'm not a first world traveller anymore. Part of me is, but I've changed a lot. So the Tao of David, Tao is basically Taoism, a Chinese religion. A lot of people will say that Tao doesn't mean anything, but actually you could say that it means journey, route, way, path. So basically like the path of David. And I wanted to put my name in there for a reason, because I think this channel has always, the view of this channel has always been that it's been about the location that I'm in, 10 things to do in Shanghai, whatever. But I want it to be more about me and my journey, not just about travel, but about living in countries, working in countries, being a digital nomad, sustaining long-term travel, the good times, the bad times. You know, one thing that is going to not change about this channel is the honesty, the sarcasm, the humour, the dark humour sometimes. Yeah, and I will always be honest. So one thing I want people to understand is that travel isn't always perfect. You know, this is my life, this is what I do effectively, and think about your life. Not every day of your life is perfect. Sometimes you're depressed, sometimes you're pissed off, you're annoyed, you have bad days. And if you look back at a video I did last time in Mexico, the Oaxaca video, which received so much hatred, but actually I think it's one of the best videos I've done, because it shows the absolute honest, boring, mundane side of travel which can happen. And that was the absolute point of that video, and that's what I still want to show, that it's not all roses. Sometimes it's really difficult, to hopefully make people realise that if you want to pursue this kind of life and this journey, working online, travelling long term, that it isn't always good. Sometimes it's crap, sometimes it's absolute, I'm going to say another bad word but I won't. Yeah, so that's what it's about, okay? The Tao of David, my journey. I hope that, you know, what I really hope is that viewers will subscribe and watch this channel a lot more because of me, not just because of a destination. You know, I would love it if Mexican viewers would watch my Japan videos and watch my digital nomad videos. But I appreciate that, you know, if you're from Mexico, you're going to watch Mexico videos. That's one of the perils of being a travel YouTuber, because it often feels like I have to start all over again when I get to a new country and build a new audience. Yeah, so that's it. That's the channel name. I hope it clears it up. Yeah, if you've got any questions, please let me know in the description below. But saying that, First World Traveller will always be a part of me. I will still be saying, good day, First World Travellers, welcome back at the beginning of videos, because it's a thing that I've always done. Yeah, so that's that. I'm going to get out of this shopping centre now before I absolutely destroy my bank balance and buy Oreos. Lovely. Okay, and before I go home, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who has commented on the last video. It's really made me feel at home, all the positive comments, etc. So thank you very much. Thank you for all the recommendations as well. There's so many recommendations, which brings me on to my final point. So tomorrow is Miércoles, Wednesday, then it's Thursday, which are my 2 main filming days of the week. So I have 2 days filming coming up. I'm going to 2 areas that I've never been to in Mexico City. I'm very excited. I hope you are excited too, so stay tuned for that later in the week. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you later.